is Danielle. They're my my fur babies. I don't. My son is all grown and out of the house, and I'm a grandma. So the dogs are my kids, if you will. But I had a doctor's appointment today, so I'm driving home from it. Hands-free and stuff, but my doctor's appointment was about 2 hours away, and it's kind of boring drive. So it's one of those, just kind of hit the cruise control and just kind of drive, you know. I don't know if any of you have any pets or anything, but I've had lots of pets in my life. It seems like I've always had pets growing up and everything. I've had guinea pigs and hamsters, and we even had ferrets. My mom brought home a pet skunk once. She brought home an albino skunk. Where she found an albino skunk is beyond me. It was a white skunk. Never seen one before. Never seen one since. But she decided she didn't like it because it smelled bad. And she brought home an albino ferret instead. A white ferret with pink eyes. And we named it Farah. Farah the ferret. My mom we also had a parrot named Fred. I was a little girl, kind of thinking of the parrot and the ferret. Yeah, it was kind of funny to me because they rhymed. I was probably 7 or 8 when we had the parrot and the ferret. This will share my kind of morbid sense of humor. The ferret, or the parrot, Mom always kept the parrot's wings trimmed so that he couldn't fly around. So when Fred would run out of food or water, he would jump off of his perch and walk around the house squawking because he wanted his food or water to let us know that he wanted his food or water. And he would get somebody's attention to get food or water, so my mom would give the parrot his food or water, and then she'd put Fred back up on his perch. And the ferret, I guess Mom I wasn't home at the time, but I was a little girl. You gotta remember, little girls' frame of mind was not mature at all. It was just, I was in the cartoon frame of mind, if you will. But I remember my mom calling to tell my great aunt, because I was staying at their house at the time. My mom had went to the store or something, and she came home and she couldn't find Fred, and she couldn't find the ferret. She would let the ferret run around the house because the ferret was litter box trained. So she never kept the ferret in a cage, and the parrot was up on his perch. Well, the parrot was not on his perch that day, and it's not funny, but it is. It's very morbid that I find it funny, but as a little kid, I'm thinking a cartoon in my head. Hello. My mom found the parrot's body behind the couch, or behind the one of the chairs, and then she found the parrot's head behind another chair. The ferret had ate the parrot, and when I was told about it, I got the giggles, because all I could think of was like a cartoon, like the old time, like the Bugs Bunny cartoons and stuff, where where they would, chop each other's head off, or Donald Duck would lose his beak, or his beak would get flipped around or something on his head. Those are the kinds of things that were going through a 7-year-old's head when you were told that the bird had been decapitated. So I got in trouble because I found it funny that the ferret ate the parrot. And it's still kind of funny to me, but it was because of my mentality at that age. Poor thing. So yeah, we didn't have the ferret or the bird anymore. And subsequently, I don't know why my mom ended up getting rid of the ferret, but like a couple of years down the road, she got rid of the ferret for some reason, and apparently he got loose from the new owner's truck, because the guy would take the ferret around, and he found like a hole or something in the guy's truck. And last I heard, the ferret, she was running around Jeffersonville, Ohio, somewhere. There had been like random sightings of her here and there around Ohio, in that little tiny town. Well, I always wondered if anyone ever caught her and kept her. She was kind of cool. She was a mean little bugger. She used to like run around and bite my brother and I's ankles all the time. Maybe that's why Mom got rid of her. I don't know. But she was an interesting little thing. I'd never seen a white ferret before. But I'd never seen a white skunk either. My mom had a knack of finding strange animals. Yeah, we had some fun with our animals when we were little. Had some Chinese Shar-Pei too, as a kid. I think that's why I kind of took to them as an adult also, because they're such an unusual breed. But they were definitely, they were a problematic breed back in the 80s. I don't know if, I'm gonna just kind of keep talking, and maybe somebody will come in and listen and interact with me. I think I've got it set for the animals and pets as far as the topics, the subjects. I just kind of said hi as far as my topic or my title. I didn't know what to say. I don't get on and do live too often. when I had to get rid of Molshetty. Was what I named my pig. My pig with the sophisticated name. Molshetty. Oh, she was such a cool pig. She was a little Hampshire pig. She loved to lay in the water trough and roll toward her back and have me rub her belly. Then when I was showing her, she'd rather lay in the sawdust and have me rub her belly than walk with the stick so that I could show her. Oh, yeah. Oh, me and my animals. Good times, good times. Things you think about when you were a kid. I think I'm kind of reminiscent about some of the good old days. I kind of tend to each year. Tomorrow's my birthday, so it's like every year I try to kind of reflect a little bit on my past to try to remember things. Because memories are all we really have, right? We can't really take material stuff with us. Material stuff kind of comes and goes. But we can keep memories as long as we can. Each year. I find I miss hearing happy birthday. Another person each year. As you guys see. See a little bit of the scenery. You guys do not need to see me at the moment. Guess I made myself a little sentimental there for a minute. Didn't mean to do that. This is supposed to be a happy stream, not me crying. I'm not sad, just kind of reminiscing, kind of missing some people. I don't have my glasses on at the moment, so I don't know if anybody's in my chat. If you are, I'm sorry. I was just kind of, I think, talking to myself because nobody was in the chat at first. I was just kind of talking out loud in case somebody came in. Just talking about some pure memories. And I know I kind of titled my subject was about animals and pets. myself up a little bit, so I apologize. That's why the cameras turn, so you can at least see the prettiness of Virginia. It looks like you got to see a cop too. The cop had somebody pulled over. This is a pretty view. Virginia is really pretty. I'm driving from Roanoke back to Bristol right now. Had a doctor's appointment in Roanoke. I have that appointment every couple months. It's not a big deal or anything like that. Nothing, I'm not suffering anything major or anything like that. It's just a doctor's appointment. I just don't have that doctor, the doctor that for that particular item that's close to me. And I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to get myself back together. I'm usually pretty bubbly and everything. I just got kind of choked up in the moment. I was actually kind of laughing about the story I was telling about Parrot and a Ferret. When I was a kid, made me start thinking about my mom. My mom was always good at finding unusual animals as pets. I think that's what put me down that rabbit hole. The cop was going to come after me. I was rubbing my eyes when he pulled over. He saw his lights on. I was like, oh crap, he's coming after me. Oh man, I'd like to be on my bike right now. That'd be nice. up under him. They're kind of up under him. They're off a little bit. And it's not because he's going around curves. I don't know if his air pressure's off or what, but then I see him kind of wiggle just even on straightaways. Like he's not, his bike's not right. Something's wrong with it. guys can tell it or not. I just did this. See, I don't know if you guys can tell it or not. Let's see if I can zoom in on him. See if you guys can see him. I don't know if you guys can see him or not. His wheel, something's wrong with him. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if he was trying to get me to go around him, like maybe he thought I was trying to do something. Something's wrong with his bike. I hope he didn't think I was trying to stalk him or something, but something's wrong with his bike. His bike is not right, and I don't know if he was slowing down because he was feeling it. Something's not right. Hope he stays safe. Definitely dropped back some. It's like I kind of want a fellow biker. I don't want him to go down and not be okay, you know. It's more just making sure he stays safe. Okay, good. He's getting off there. Okay. I feel a little better now. Like he's getting off the freeway. Man, going a speed like that with the way the way his bike was going, I didn't. That was making me queasy. Hope he stays safe. It made me feel a little better seeing him get off the freeway. That's for sure. That was worrying me. Hello. Hey Giselle, how are you? How you doing, sweetie? Sorry, I had my focus on the on a motorcyclist. His bike was not doing very well. I was worried about him. How are you? I seen you had like a couple more videos. How was your birthday? My birthday's tomorrow. I love all your little emotes. They're so cute. They're so sweet. You do such a good job with your little videos. Awesome. Did you do anything exciting? What did you do to celebrate your birthday? I know I need to get to your page. I seen you had a couple more videos I need to go check out. You're always so thoughtful with your little videos. They're very well put together too. I think it's neat for a young person like you that puts them so well put together, and I don't want it to sound kind of weird or whatever, but I see so many girls your age that are just too flaunty out there, and not always in a good way. But you're so pretty and you're so sweet about everything, and it really shows your personality and your heart. I hope you always keep that heart and stay true to yourself. I think it's going to take you a very, very long way in life. You kind of remind me of me when I was your age. Of course, we didn't have video cameras and all of that fun stuff when I was that age. But yeah, I love your spirit. I love your heart, your personality. You're not talking. You're kind of talking, but you're not talking in your videos and stuff. But you can tell. You can see Giselle through your videos. I love it. I can't wait to see where your future takes you. Yes. Oops. Almost took my video off. The sun keeps taking my glare off. I mean that though. I really do. Hello, how are you? So Giselle, what grade are you in? Light print, and it's hard to see it. But I like to use it because, I don't know, I just don't like just using plain YouTube. Plain YouTube's boring. That's like when I'm streaming my video games, I'm using Streamlabs. I don't just got Streamlabs, and I'm usually streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. But I can't do TikTok right now because my husband, who just messaged me, got me kicked off of TikTok for a few days because he called me a name that they said is hate speech. I mean, I get it. I can see why they said it was hate speech, but that's not what he meant. He meant to call me a goober or stupid or silly or something like that. But the word he used was not not the word he should have used. But, we adults don't always think about that. You're in 7th grade. You seem like you act so much more mature. You act so much older than 7th grade. You act like such a young lady. You're so amazing. You are so amazing, Giselle. I'm so proud of you. I bet your mom and dad are very, very proud of you too. I would be proud of you if you were my daughter. You carry yourself so well for your age. You know what I was doing when I was your age, Giselle? I had finally gotten a telephone to put in my bedroom. We didn't have cell phones. We had our phones plugged into a wall. And they still had a dial on them that you had to turn the button and it went to go back. Okay, it was good seeing you, Brick. You have a good day. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. It was good seeing you. Oh my goodness, I'm so ready to be home. I've got 35 miles to go. You want to see my view, Giselle? This is what it looks like right now, where I live. Well, kind of where I live. These are some of the mountains. These are the Appalachian Mountains. A little bit of them. Oh, now we're going to have a box truck. Let's see if I can get over. You can see around. This is kind of the areas of where I live. We got freeway, but we have stuff like this all around us. I think we'll be able to see a few more, maybe, around the way. But it's very, right now it's very, very green. There's some more off to the right a little bit. Because I have it turned because of that pole. Yeah, it's really pretty. I ride my motorcycle through the mountains a lot. So I live in Virginia, and Virginia is close to Washington, D.C., which is the capital of the United States. So the capital of our country is about 4 or 5 hours from me. Because I think you're in a different country, I think. I just can't remember which country. All this construction I've had to drive through. I think they're making this road wider. Might be able to get to some more scenery after we get to the top of this little hill here. Here we go. Here's some more. There you go. There's a nice view there. And you can look out off that way a little bit. One of these days, I'm going to take my camera up, and I'll be able to do, like, take some pictures and do video and stuff from up on top of the mountains. It's always nice. That's one of the nice things about, like, this drive is being able to see some of the pretty views. I do live in a pretty state. It's a pretty state. Our nickname for our state is called, they say Virginia is for lovers. Not sure why they say that, but that's kind of the motto, is Virginia is for lovers. I don't know. It's kind of weird for me, but that's what they say. But yeah, that was a really nice view. I'm glad you were able to see that one. But it's really pretty when you get way up in the mountains and stuff, and be able to look down into, like, the valleys and stuff. It's really, really pretty. And in the fall, like when it's right before winter, all the leaves start to turn, like, really pretty oranges and yellows and browns and everything. It's really, like, full of all kinds of colors. Right now it's very, very green. Do you guys have different seasons and stuff? Like, do the trees and stuff turn, like, all those different colors and stuff where you're at? The cops are out. There was another cop that had somebody pull over. Hello to anybody else that's joined that I missed. I'm so sorry. I was just yip-yapping. Pulled up in front of me. Kind of pulled over beside me and sped up. It's like, good lordy bee, there's cops everywhere on this road today. They make me nervous. I'm just glad I'm not, like, speeding or anything. Goodness gracious. I'm just waiting waiting for him to pull someone over that's in front of me. I'm in a sports car, so I have like just a pull me over sign on my car. 27 miles to my house. It means about 30 minutes, barring any stop here. It's very, very hot outside. You don't want to go out without sunscreen on. You'll definitely get a sunburn. All right, Giselle, more. I'll be checking them out. You take care and have a great day. Thanks for stopping. Bye, babe. She's such a sweet girl. I adore her. She is such a sweet little girl. I think as a parent, we all strive to have kids that are well mannered. I mean, I don't know her. I just see how she is online, and I know as a parent, I was a boy mom, but seeing some of the girls that even my son was and still attracted to, you just kind of worry. I mean, especially with the way people are these days. Oh, thank you. I hope to see you soon. Hope you have a good weekend if I don't talk to you. But there's so many weirdos online these days that you just never know. I know here in our area, I think it was last week, there was we have a Facebook page called Scanner Food, and there was an instance where somebody like just walked up and just like tried to snatch a 3-year-old baby, just like or a 3-month, it was 3-year-old or 3-month-old, just tried to snatch a baby out of a cart, just like, and the mom was right there. You just have so many weird people out in the world these days, and they're brazen. I don't know if it's because, over the last few years they've had that weird, that movement to defund the police or what, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not going to like get all political or anything like that, but I think that since COVID, our government has kind of made it where it's easier for us to stay at home or not want to work or feel like we're more entitled to things that we don't necessarily have to work for. It's either made it easier or harder for people to get things. Easier for some people to get things and harder for other people to get things that are needed. I've seen a huge uptick of people online. I mean, you used to see people, and you still do. You see lots of people. But you still see it's. I don't know that it's more people on your street corners holding signs. We'll work for food. Maybe any spare change. Things like that. You still see that kind of stuff all the time. But now we have a new era. We have social media. Opened a whole new door because with the economy being the way it has, it's forced people get money, I guess, for lack of a better word. There's jobs out there. There may not be necessarily jobs that we want. They may not be jobs that pay like we'd like for them to pay, for sure. Heck, my job doesn't even pay what I want it to pay, or what I feel it should pay. I see people getting job raise. I don't even flip burgers. I would. I'm just long wait lines. I don't know. It's such a weird world. And then you turn on TikTok, or you turn on YouTube, or you turn on some of these other, social medias, and there's channel. Help me! I need this. I need that. I need this. I need that. And it's day after day. I need this. I need that. I need this. And it's like, wait, you just got money for that. What? Well, I needed it for this, and I needed it for that. So now I need it for this thing now. It's just like a big circle. I'm just like so confused. So I just kind of I start to turn people off and out because I just get tired of seeing it. So I tend to just go to certain places to see people. Now that, people that I've known for years and years and years are in some of these same boats. You can't blame it. You can't say it's a millennial thing. You can't say it's a boomer thing. You can't say it's a Gen X thing. You can't say it's a Gen Z thing. It's a government thing. It's all it is. It's a government thing. It's a government control thing, in my opinion. I don't care what political party. It's a government control thing. I think it's all just a big machine trying to make sure that we are able to depend on them for everything. And I don't like it. But I don't know what any answers are. If anybody else has answers, that'd be awesome, because I'd like to know some. But I know, when we're paying taxes constantly and supporting everybody with our own taxes, and we have to pay taxes for everything else, and seeing people using the stuff that they are given for foolish stuff over and over and over and over and over is not the answer. I don't know. I can name 5 people off the top of my head, and I'm not naming names. But I can name 5 people. 5. That I see day after day between TikTok and YouTube that are on there almost daily asking for money for almost the same thing every day. And I consider it dry begging, because they will say things like, well, I'm craving this, or I really would like to have this. And then, like, in the same sentence or the same paragraph or 2 minutes later, they're saying they have no money. really like to give this to my kids, or I'd really like to do this, but I really can't. That is dry begging. That is absolutely, you're trying to play on other people's hearts. If you want to get it, and you want, my dad used to tell me that all the time, if you want something bad enough, you're going to make it happen for yourself. My dad used to say, I'm not giving it to you. You got to work for it. But like I said, I will turn on my TikTok or I will turn on my YouTube, and for whatever reason, there's like 5 or 6 people that will pop up in my feed almost daily. Up in my feed because I had that bleeding heart once. I believed in those people that they were going to fix themselves. One of them, I thought they were going to fix themselves 5 years ago. They still haven't fixed themselves. One of them was 3 years ago. One of them was 8 years ago. Fix yourself, fix yourself. Don't talk about it, do it. Talk is cheap. You can sit around and talk about it till you're blue in the face. Actions speak louder than words. That's the way I look at it. I get to the point where I don't have a lot of sympathy. I'll have empathy to a point, but I have my own problems. I'm getting ready to get a second job to keep my family afloat. I had to do that before when I had little kids too. Sucks. But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do to get your family through. One time, man, I don't think I ever saw Tim ever. Early on, he was a full-time college student. He worked at the prison. He was in the I was working 2 jobs and never seen each other. We had to pay our bills. I even had to pay for daycare. We had to pay our freaking bills. Just gotta do it. You gotta suck it up and just freaking do it. I would have loved to just been a stay-at-home mom. I envy sometimes stay-at-home moms. Anybody in my room. Little kids. Or 0. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. It's that, well, except for the couple that, you know, they were like 5 years ago and 8 years ago and stuff. It's just, you know, you see people, except between TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all the time, and if they're not on the streets, they're on social media. I did have humor in Colorado though. There was this guy, I'd see him on the street all the time in Colorado, and I admit it, and there was a couple times I stopped, gave him like $5. He was just very, very honest. He had a sign that said, I'm not even gonna lie, I need money because I need a drink. There's a couple times I actually stopped and got him a drink. I gave him $5. helps keep me awake and busy. I see somebody's in here. Hello, how are you? I can't see your name, I'm so sorry. Between the sun and that white print on my pink shirt, I can't hardly see. It looks like symbols. So hello. And then you put some emojis or something on there. Thank you for listening to my rant, if whoever was in here. But anyway, I am going to get off of here. My phone, I think, is even telling me. Protection setting. Well, hey there, how are you? Hi. Okay, I'm going to be getting off here in a second. I'm 5 exits from my house. Yay. Woot. Not 5 exits, but like 5 miles, I guess, would be more accurate. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you caring for me. Very, very much so. I really hadn't even been hardly looking at my phone. I've just been yip-yapping to anybody that listened. Which wasn't, every time I would look up, it was like a big 0, a big C. Until I was getting ready to say I was about to get off here. How are you today? Eyes on the road. I've got one eye on the road. But yeah, for the most part, they've been on the road. How are you? There have been a ton of cops out today. It's like every probably 2 to 3 miles I've seen somebody pulled over. It's been pretty wild. Sorry, I had to get my eye booger out of my eye. Is that okay? was that okay? It is freaking hot outside. It's 90 degrees now officially. 90 degrees in Bristol, Virginia. I'm actually almost home. The next exit is mine. Your cubicle? Oh, that's cool. I actually work at home when I'm off today. I had a doctor's appointment. YouTube can what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's all good. I don't usually go live on YouTube unless I was just driving. And I go to this doctor's appointment maybe once every 2 to 3 months. And getting on here, just yip-yapping, actually keeps me awake. So, this is better than me falling asleep behind the wheel. Wouldn't you say? And I've tried to drink coffee. That doesn't work. Monsters, Red Bulls, all that stuff, no. And I can't drink it. Yeah. It takes me like probably 5 or 6 hours just to drink a can of soda. I just can't do it. I've tried. This truck needs to go so I can go. Why are we going 60 in a 70-mile-an-hour zone? Actually, I'm gonna get off the road now. was staring at my phone the entire time, then I think I would actually be concerned about that, because I've actually seen people do that. I'm not one of them, thank goodness. Even when I've had multiple people in my chat, it's like, yeah, I'll read it here in a little bit. I'm not one of those kind of people. I'm 52 years old. I'm not a teenager. I'm not one of those teeny boppers that has their face stuck in their phone all day. It's nice to have the day off though. I love it. I did my 40-hour week. I'm off, well, I'd say I did my 40-hour week. I actually used 10 hours of PTO today because of my doctor's appointment. Otherwise, I'd be working till 5:30 today. That's kind of cool. You work in a cubicle. I actually work from home. My cubicle's in my office in my house. What do you do for a living? You're in Poland, you said? Oh, that's cool. Well, welcome. I am in the U.S. I'm actually in Virginia. Want to see something cool? Hold on. We'll see here in a minute. They are literally building a casino. You'll be able to see here in a second. Right there. They're literally building a casino right beside my house, pretty much. They're building a Hard Rock casino. Anyway, I thought I'd share. Turn around. It pulled it. The thing came out of my holder when I turned it. I took it out of my case a little while ago. And just like Jacek. That's a cool name. Is it Jacek? Did I say it correctly? Jacek? Or those things wreck. I don't even find these things attractive. They're like ugly. I'm good. I love my Camaro, but where I live, I cover and stuff back on. Or do you drive? I don't. Sorry, I'm putting my cover on. Those self-driving cars. All I remember is I have not heard anything good about those self-driving cars. I have not really seen a Tesla that I really liked anyway. And do they have anything other besides Teslas? I don't know. I really haven't paid that much attention to them. They're always talking about how the electric cars are the future, blah, blah, blah. They'll get rid of the gasoline, blah, 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 blah. They're more economically friendly. I'm like, but all the pollutants and stuff that go into actually making those electric cars, is it really economically friendly? I mean, they're still putting a bunch of pollution in the air just to make them. So is it really that economically friendly just to drive one? Oh, y'all tell me. If you're still polluting the air to make one, how economically friendly is it? And you're still putting a bunch of pollution in the air to install all of those electric stations, and living near a bunch of power lines is not healthy. bunch of, near a bunch of power stations is not healthy for people. So, okay, it's economically okay for the nature, but what's it doing to humans? That's not good. So, again, is it really a good thing to go to all electric stuff? Oh, no. But anywho, my husband messaged me. No, he's just sending me stuff about Shar-Peis. We have Shar-Pei, our doggos. Anyway, I'm going to get off here. It says my transmission is unstable due to a weak network connection. I think he's trying to connect to the house and not connect to the house. Anyway, thank you for joining me. If you liked my content or the lack thereof, feel free to like the live or follow me if you'd like, so you know if I go live. This kind of live I usually do maybe, well, my next one won't be for 3 months because my doctor said he wants to see me back in 3 months, so that won't be until September. If I go live before that, it'll be while I'm cooking or something like that, or just piddling around the house. I don't usually do this kind of live much. I play video games, so I do streaming for that. So if you're into video games, my husband and I usually will go and play things like, I play Apex. They're getting ready to release 7 Days to Die, updated version for console. I play Xbox. We've been playing Battlefield 1, and we'll probably play Battlefield 5 here before long. Just kind of going back to our roots a little bit. I'm also on Twitch and TikTok. Twitch is Cuddle Bunny, and TikTok is Shar-Pei Mommy Lady Rider. Otherwise, I'm gonna get off here and get things situated and put these sandwiches away because I stopped the rest of the day. And thanks for joining me. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.